Welcome to Han and Taunt's first episode podcast. In this podcast, me, Dewi Utika Sari, will be the host.
And me, Aishka Putri Vairana Sukarno, is going to be the second host.
And in this podcast, we have special guests who will share their horror experiences. Who are they? So, these special guests are from our team, which is...
Hey, I'm Ihdiyatul Mufidah, and I am Syifa Malfaliya Haniyya Rofi'i.
Both guests will share their horror experiences that will be discussed in this episode. Are you curious about their stories, Aishka?
Yes, I am very curious. So, without further ado, let's call our two special guests and let's listen to their horror experiences. Okay, so in this episode, the first person who's able to see ghosts are Syifa.
Hi, I'm Syifa.
So, Syifa, have you seen ghosts, right?
Yep, I've seen them.
So, how long have you been able to see them?
Actually, it depends on myself since I don't have any sixth sense or something. Since they haven't appeared that much since I had a good state, or in other term, healthy, maybe?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. If it counts from the first time I've seen them, it's probably around 9 years. Yeah, it's a long time ago. I used to see them that much because, I was still a small girl, hallucinate a lot, and probably the other kids used to experience this too, I'm sure. Sometimes they got into my dream or even slightly appearing from behind the walls or windows or stuff. They're just spirits. Probably they were just trying to give me a sign or just trying to tease me because I was still a kid who got scared of anything spooky.
Oh.
Yeah. It's like that.
So they got into your dreams?
Yep. It was terrifying actually for me, but I don't mind. I don't really mind.
You don't mind them?
Well, I'm just used to see them, but at least you don't disturb them.
Yeah.
You don't disturb them. That's my message.
Yeah, as long as you don't disturb them.
Yeah.
Alright. When was the first time you've seen them or experienced them? Anything. It could be hearing them at what age?
The first time I've seen them, honestly, it was started when I was even smaller, but I can't remember that well. But there's one thing that I've ever remembered, and the most spooky experience I've ever felt that time when I was still a middle school, a junior high school, 7th grade. I was still 12 years old that time, and I was at a state where I didn't believe ghosts that much, but that was the scariest for me. Or I can probably say there were two spooky stuff happened that day. Thanks to my mom who had sixth sense that time when she was still alive, and where before those two stuff happened, she warned me when she smelled jasmine in our room. Yeah. And then the situation was like, the room was dark. There was only the small me and my mom until she got so panicked and warned me to turn on the lamp like, Syifa, quick, turn it on. And she was panting. I was panicked, of course. Until she told me that there was a woman, tall as heck. Yeah, she was tall. She was really tall. Wearing her white dress with long hair, and she was standing on the doorway of our room when the lamp was turned on. I think that also impacted on me when the spirits started to tease me as well besides my mom. And, for your information, I was still living in an old house where people in that area used to say that the house used to be an office, but got left behind for years. And do you know how did I live there?
No.
Well, because I followed my dad who moved around the cities for his job. And Kediri from East Java was the last destination to move. And the house was located at the side of the road, squeezed between two empty houses as well.
Oh, that's spooky.
Yeah, they are all still the same. They're all old offices. And then besides that, behind this row of the old houses, there were like still a row of empty houses. Like they were all destroyed. Used to be houses for the employees.
For the employees?
Yeah, they're all empty. I'm also not sure, but I heard it from citizens around us, and I think that makes sense why they were trying to tease us. They met us like for the first times. They were curious, so
Yeah,
I think
so
that's
they were
understandable.
unfamiliar.
Yeah, that's understandable.
Yeah.
And what exactly happened in that time?
And well, after what happened to my mom, like probably the next day. Yeah, this is the spookiest one. I was alone in my bedroom, and that bedroom is located literally next to the garage. There's a window leading to the garage. I was alone, laying myself down on the bed and playing games with my phone. My mom was cooking in the kitchen, and I think I was too focused on the game. And right? If you guys looking into something or focus on something, your eyes would still see your left and right. Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can see your surroundings.
Yeah. That's it. And if you guys looking into something or like where you see something left and right, and that's where I saw something red behind the window leading to that garage. Somehow, like that red stuff was trying to watch me.
So it's like an eye or something?
I don't know. I think like they were like I noticed it. I directly look at the window. But before I look at it, like the red thing was like backing away from my sight. I was like, probably it was just a cloth or a cloth got caught by a wind. Like, okay, I focus on my game again, eyeing on my screen, but I saw that red thing again, peeking from the window.
Oh.
Yeah.
So it keeps on watching you.
Yeah, but I looked at it again, but it backed away again. Like, it just
don't want to be spotted.
Yeah, that's right. Like, and then I got so scared. Like, shivering and timbers, I was so sure that it was the lady in red trying to watch over me because I also saw her long hair.
Oh, she got a long hair.
Yeah, with red dress.
Oh.
I was like, I yelled, Mom, I'm scared. And then I ran out to the kitchen where my mom was cooking. My mom was so confused, like, what happened? Then I pointed at my room, telling her, like, Mom, there was a lady in red by the window. She was shocked. Then she ran into my room to check on it. She went to the window, looking out to the garage, and there was no one.
Oh. So she just disappeared.
Yeah. And then, like, probably my mom was at a tired state, so she didn't believe me, and she went back to cooking again. And then, okay, I also calmed down, thinking that it was just a hallucination of mine. I kept thinking that, okay, no, this isn't real. Until later on tonight, nearly in the middle of the night, I slept alone again in that room with the light turned off. I was still stupid, of course. I was still a kid, okay?
Yeah, of course. Because you wouldn't expect it.
Yeah. I was just stupid. I'm sorry. And
yeah,
then,
it makes sense. You were still a kid.
And then my position was like, okay, I was literally laying down on my back. My face was directly facing the ceilings, and I was peacefully, deeply, and sleeping until I felt something or someone trying to lift my legs up.
What?
Wow.
Yeah, like slowly. That made me wake up right away, and it dropped my legs. Like, right away. It dropped my legs. I tried to sleep again. It did the same. It lifted my legs, like, slowly.
Can you feel it? Can you feel the ghost touching your leg?
I can feel it. That's why I woke up right away.
Oh.
Like that. And at that time, I didn't open my eyes on purpose when that thing tried to lift up my legs for the second time. And that time, I almost got lifted upside down.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I quickly opened my eyes, but it dropped me again. So, and then nothing happened after that. That was like, okay, that was the spookiest one.
So you've seen it for the first time in your room.
Yeah, that's right.
So your first thought that it was just a cloth outside of your window until you noticed the hair.
Yep, that's right.
Oh.
It was scary. It was scary. The lady in red was the scariest one for me.
You poor kid.
Oh, no. I was just a kid.
Kids that age shouldn't experience something like that.
Oh,
Okay.
thankfully.
So For the last question I have for you, did did that change your perspective on reality or even your mental state because you were obviously still that young?
Well, for me, not really, not really. I don't really mind it now since I know that ghosts appear in curiosity, want to know about us for the first time, or
Yeah.
like a hallucination. Yeah, in my age, in this adult phase, my current age, sorry, I keep hallucinating about them again and again and again due to exhaustion. Like, it's normal scientifically. At least, now we don't disturb them. That's it. That's all for
Yeah,
me.
we just don't have to disturb them.
Yeah,
But did that change you when you were a kid?
not really.
Not really.
Not really. Yeah.
That's
It
good
just
for you
kept
at
going
least.
and going. That's okay. Yeah.
Okay, so Shifa had her to us her horror experience. We thank her for wanting to share her story. Now let's move to the another guest. Okay, Vida, it's your time to you to sharing your horror story. We will repeat the same questions to you as well, if you don't mind.
Yes, I don't mind.
Okay, so the first question is, how long have you been able to see them?
Counting from my current age, this was about 17 or 18 years ago. When I was a child, people say that children can see the supernatural more often than adults. It's true, and that's what happened to me at that time. Whether it can be called my luck or my unlucky. Like other child, I could only see without recognizing, seeing without being able to understand what I am seeing. And the people saw me as a strange child and often called me indigo, even though it was common in young children. Even my neighbor advised my parents to take me to a shaman. Hey, how could they suggest taking a child to a shaman?
Okay, so when was the first time you've seen them or experienced them? Anything? It could be hearing them at what age?
This happened around the age of 3 or 4, more precisely before kindergarten. At that time, I didn't understand about supernatural things. Even all these years without them, I didn't know that they were supernatural beings. At that time, I was friends with 2 twin boys named Afat and Amin. They were accompanied me to play for several years when I was alone at home and my parents were working. I was the first child, and when my parents were working, I felt at home alone. That's when I got to know them and played loud and told stories together. They looked like normal human beings. They smiled, talked loud like normal boys. Nothing strange happened to them in my eyes.
Oh, so you've been friends with a ghost?
Yes, but they are handsome.
Oh, a handsome ghost. That's interesting.
Yes.
Oh, so what exactly happened?
As I told you earlier, I spend my toddler years with them. I spend my days with them. People around me start to feel strange about me, but my parents let it go because they believed it was temporary. Because no one in my family could see anything supernatural.
Oh, so you're the only child and the only person in your family who could see them.
Yes, how lucky I am. Wow,
Yeah.
that's interesting.
Yeah, that's very interesting.
Oh.
But what was your first thought when you saw or heard them?
Hmm?
Because you've been friends with them, so what was your first thought about them?
Handsome.
Oh, they're handsome.
Oh, that's really cool. That's really
That's
cool.
interesting.
When I cried, either because I was scared or fell down, they would calm me down and they would win me over with words like, "It's okay, your father scored you because he loves you." The thing that was a little different was that their legs were levitating. In my eyes, it was an amazing thing, and I told them that I want to be able to levitate too. Hey, what a stupid request I made back then. As time went on, everything seemed normal and nothing was strange. Until when I was 4 years old, I couldn't see them anymore.
I was sobbing and crying, searching for their whereabouts, until every night I called their names. My parents tried to make me forget them, but the strange thing was that I could hear their voices saying my name, but I couldn't see them. It was so bad.
Oh, so you were sad. But yes, I can repeat my question because you haven't answered it. But what was your first thought? Because they suddenly disappeared when you were 4. You've been friends with them for almost 2 years. So what was your thought about it?
It lasted almost a year after I entered kindergarten. I started to forget about them. That's when I found out that they were ghosts. I found out when my neighbors asked me things related to my twins friends. Like, where are your ghost friends? What do your ghosts look like? Why don't you monologue again? Where are they? From their question, I realized that other people couldn't see my friends. Only I could. Which means they were ghosts that I only could see them.
No.
Oh, wow.
So you just found out when you were 4.
Yes.
But where did you meet them? Like, where did you see them?
I saw them in my house. My house is near a public cemetery. I don't know if that's one of the reasons I saw them or not. Besides, my house is also an old house that has never been renovated. I don't know for sure what caused me to see them. Even my grandfather, who owns the house, is also confused about why I can see ghosts who are described as Arab Indonesian mixed race.
Oh.
Wow.
So that's just so you're basically the only person who can see those 2 girls and those 2 boys.
Yes.
Yeah, so
I see.
did that change your perspective on reality or even your mental state because you were very young?
Since then, I think that ghosts are not as bad as people or movies tell me. Until now, I have never seen a ghost whose face is as ugly as the movie shows. Usually, I only see shadows or when they are backing me. Even if I see a ghost face, usually only a pale face. I think it's my luck to never see their ugly
So
face.
you've only met nice ghosts instead of the creepy ones.
Yes.
Oh,
That's cool.
yeah,
Yes.
that's very cool. So that's unique from other people's experiences.
Yes.
Alright, so we got 2 amazing stories from 2 of our guests, and it was very unique because one of them tells a scary story while the other have a fun experience with one of the ghosts. So tell me, what do you feel about telling your stories here?
It's so fun sharing the story with you guys, even though I actually feel kind of unsafe here. Probably they're just here watching us, but no, it's fun. I've been holding this for so long since I only tell this to my own family, and some people don't believe with this stuff. But hey, it's so nice to share this creepy story with you guys.
Oh, I'm glad you're happy with it. And what about you?
I'm happy to share my story with you. I'm happy to tell you that not all ghosts are creepy. What makes them creepy is the person's own mind.
Oh, so the conclusion is that when it comes to seeing ghosts, not everyone experiences something scary or something just big. It can be something small and you can just become friends with them. That's cool. Alright, so I think this is a good point for us to wrap this episode up. Tika, what do you think?
I think it was nice to hear their stories, and I hope their stories also entertains you who listens or whoever you are. Thank you for listening, and I hope you will return to the next episode.
Bye. See you next time. Thank you for listening.